Nearly 5,000 years ago, along the fertile plains of the Indus River and its tributaries, one of the world's most advanced civilizations quietly rose, flourished, and then vanished, leaving behind cities of astonishing sophistication and questions that still remain unanswered. Known today as the Indus Valley Civilization, this ancient society emerged around 2600 BCE in what is now modern-day Pakistan and northwest India, stretching across an area larger than ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia combined. Cities like Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Dholavira, and Lothal reveal a level of urban planning that feels strikingly modern even by today's standards. Streets were laid out in precise grid patterns, houses were built with standardized baked bricks, and nearly every home had access to a drainage system that carried wastewater away through covered channels, an achievement unmatched in most of the ancient world. At the heart of these cities stood massive public structures, including granaries, assembly halls, and the famous Great Bath of Mohenjo-daro, a carefully engineered water tank believed to have held ritual or social significance, pointing to a society that valued cleanliness, order, and civic life. Unlike many ancient civilizations, the Indus Valley shows little evidence of grand palaces, towering temples, or statues glorifying kings and gods. Power, if centralized at all, appears to have been remarkably restrained. Archaeologists have found no clear signs of monarchs, standing armies, or large-scale warfare. Instead, what emerges is the image of a society governed by shared systems and collective discipline. Their economy thrived on agriculture supported by seasonal floods, while trade connected them to distant lands. Seals carved with animals and mysterious symbols have been found as far away as Mesopotamia, proving that Indus merchants traded goods like cotton, beads, pottery, and possibly spices across thousands of kilometers. These seals, often intricately designed, point to a complex system of administration and identity. Yet the script engraved upon them remains undeciphered, one of the greatest puzzles of ancient history. Without the ability to read their written records, the voices of the Indus people remain frustratingly silent. Technologically, the civilization was far ahead of its time. The Indus people developed standardized weights and measures, allowing fair trade and consistent construction. They were skilled metalworkers, producing tools and ornaments from copper, bronze, gold, and silver. Cotton, one of the world's earliest known textiles, was spun and woven here long before it became common elsewhere. Their knowledge of hydraulics is evident in the sophisticated wells found throughout their cities, some reaching impressive depths and built with precision that ensured clean water access year-round. At ports like Lothal, dockyards and warehouses suggest advanced maritime trade and an understanding of tides and shipbuilding. Yet despite these achievements, their art remained subtle. Small figurines, carefully crafted jewelry, and seals that favored symbolism over grand displays of power. Then, around 1900 BCE, something extraordinary happened. Cities that had thrived for centuries began to decline. Urban centers were gradually abandoned, brick standards changed, trade networks collapsed, and populations dispersed into smaller rural settlements. There is no clear evidence of sudden invasion, massive destruction, or a single catastrophic event. Instead, the end of the Indus Valley Civilization appears to have been a slow, complex process. Climate studies suggest that shifting monsoon patterns and prolonged droughts may have weakened agricultural systems. Rivers that once sustained cities may have changed course or dried up, disrupting trade and food production. As resources became scarce, large urban centers may have become unsustainable, forcing communities to adapt or move. For decades, theories of violent conquest dominated explanations for the civilization's disappearance. But modern research has largely rejected the idea of a dramatic collapse caused by invading forces. Skeletons once thought to show evidence of massacre are now understood to be unrelated burials from different periods. Instead, the Indus Valley's decline seems rooted in environmental stress, economic transformation, and gradual social change. Rather than vanishing overnight, the people of the Indus likely evolved, blending into later cultures that shaped the Indian subcontinent. elements of their legacy. Urban planning concepts, water management practices, craft traditions, and possibly religious ideas may have survived long after their cities fell silent. What makes the Indus Valley Civilization truly remarkable is not just how advanced it was, but how differently it functioned compared to other ancient powers. It was a civilization built not around monumental rulers or constant warfare, but around civic order, skilled craftsmanship, and everyday life. Today, as modern cities struggle with pollution, overcrowding, and failing infrastructure, the ruins of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro stand as silent reminders of an ancient society that solved many problems we still face. The Indus Valley Civilization did not fall in flames or echo through recorded history. It faded, quietly and mysteriously. For more cinematic documentaries grounded in real history, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon.